So we're excited to have Sue Swenson, who is the Deputy Assistant Secretary from the U.S. Department of Education, from the Office,
Special Education and Rehabilitative Services.
So Sue has provided a lot of leadership.
I'm watching ASL. She's not spelling it.
And the other treat about Sue is that, I don't know, I think I got to meet her a long, long time ago on the phone, and she is the mother of a young man who has been an instrumental leader to her. So we're really glad that you're here, Sue, with your
Thank you.
U.S. Department of Ed perspective and your mom perspective.
Thank you. So Secretary Arnie Duncan every year does a bus tour in honor of the beginning of school. And he figures kids spend a lot of time on buses, so he's going to spend a lot of time on buses. Most of the times he picks a region in the country and goes there. This year he's actually traveling from California all the way across the United States to Virginia. So I don't think he's actually on the bus the whole time. I think he might be flying in between, but don't tell him I told you that. And he invited us in the Office of Special Education to make sure that we're including events around disability in the bus tour, because the beginning of school is just as important for young people with disabilities as it is for other kids. We are very focused on the President's directive that the United States will be better at getting kids out of high school into college and into careers. So those are the goals of what we're doing. That fits very well with transition and the transition goals that we all have for young people with disabilities. We did have a transition meeting this year for the first time ever across all of the departments. So we've had a meeting every year just for special ed. This year we opened it up and we had Rehab Services Administration, Department of Labor, HHS, the Administration on Developmental Disabilities, the SAMHSA, the Mental Health Group. We had everybody at the table to talk about how do we make all this interagency stuff work so that kids can transition successfully, starting at 14, going up to, well, my son is 30 and I don't think he's done transitioning yet. He is out of our house, but there still is a lot of transition to go on. Charlie uses assistive technology a lot, not as much as I would like. He does not yet have communication tools that work for him, so that's iffy and difficult, but it's not a magic bullet. You can't just say, and now you will have assistive technology. He has a lot of other tech that he uses that he seems to be quite good at, and some of the low-tech things have made a big difference for him. So being in a house that's really, really, really accessible makes a big difference. Charlie has 2 roommates who are guys with disabilities, and all 3 of them can be incredibly loud. And so the house is designed with soundproofing in the walls. It's designed with the HVAC system. You know how the air ducts go from room to room to room? In Charlie's house, they all go back to the central place so that if Charlie wakes up and makes noise at night, it doesn't wake Andre up. Now that may not seem like assistive technology to you, and it probably doesn't fit into the engineering answer on what assistive technology is. But I personally think, well, Plato said the best judge of a house is the person who lives in it, not the architect who built it. And so therefore, the best judge of assistive technology is the person who uses the assistive technology, not necessarily those of us who design the systems or who design the items themselves. So what we want to do tonight, it's really a roundtable kind of approach. I'd like to ask for quick intros from everybody so we know who's at the table, where you're from in the state, sort of what your challenges are, what stage you're at in your transition. Are you in high school? Are you out of high school? Are you looking for a job? Are you working? What are the goals that you have in front of yourself that you really were hoping to use assistive technology to do? I'm really listening for success stories. The point is, you can't build a system on failure, right? We know this as mothers of people with disabilities. You can't just say, stop doing that, stop doing that, stop doing that. It doesn't work. You have to instead say, here's a good thing to do. This works. Do more of that. We'd like to see you do this every day instead of every other day. So those kinds of success stories, I think, are answers that we can build my knowledge about what we should be doing with assistive technology, and also the Peak Center, and also Assistive Technology Partners, to really start to figure out what is it we should be doing more on. You guys probably have the best assistive technology system in the United States. Raise your hand if you think it's perfect. Yep, I didn't think so. So that's a good thing, because it means there's still work to do, and it means there's still a reason to keep funding Assistive Technology Partners, right? Because we are inventing the future, and it's kind of catching up with us along the way. But that doesn't mean you're not really lucky to have a center like this here. I know people all across the United States who would give anything to have A, Assistive Technology Partners in their state, or B, Peak Parent Center in their state. So that's why when Secretary Duncan said, go out and do a bus event, Denver's the first place I thought of. Because I think that there's a chance for us in the federal government to learn something from you about how we could be doing better. What could we be doing differently? How can we be supporting these programs so that they work better for you? Because I don't think transition, frankly, ever really ends. I don't think you ever get to the point where you say, okay, I mean, I'm still hoping to transition in my life. Next jobs, next ideas, next things. So I'm going to sit down. I'm going to invite Kathy and Barb to sit with us and really listen to what's going on